All right, everybody. Today, you don't get to see the full protocol today as far as the smoothie is concerned. I already made most of it, and it's because obviously I'm unable to do this for you guys all the time, but I'm almost done with it, and I thought I would at least show you the very ending of it. There's just too much noise around here. I thought it would disrupt the video, and just a lot of people around lately. But we got a free moment, so this is basically I'm going to do a small Q&A with you guys here, basically, to answer some questions, so that way people get a chance to ask. I do get a lot of emails, and I think it's a lot easier to just show you guys as I usually do. And this is the hydrogen smoothie. Why is it important? Well, this is probably one of the simplest things I think that I'm always trying to simplify things. And of course, what the human body reacts to. And obviously, it reacts to food best. And that's why we find ways to get the food in us. Normally I use the vacuum blender, which I actually really like. But unfortunately, it's not that it's too small. I mean, it's totally fine for one person. It's totally fine for two people. Thing is that I'm having to make smoothie for about 4 to even 5 people right now. And so I'm just going with the bigger one at this time, which kind of sucks, but I like to help people, and you know, I don't know. I don't want to say it's kind of rude, right? To make smoothies and not share them with people who really want them and want the benefits of them, really. So here we are. All right, let's go. Hydrogen chia seeds, a lot of protein, a lot of minerals. Obviously, the omegas, the protein. And I'm going to be making a video too. Actually, let me know if you're interested. Go ahead and comment. But obviously, you can comment with, well, you can make questions if you guys have any questions. This is your time. This is going to be a pretty short video. This is not going to last very long. Um, but let me know if you're interested in a video. I was going to do a video on insomnia. Um, I fine-tuned something that I was kind of messing around with in regard to insomnia, and boy, did it work crazy good. I was extremely surprised. I just could not keep my eyes open. And I was like, wow. So then I thought, I wonder if I should share this because it's a healthy way to actually go to sleep rather than taking like sleeping pills and stuff. And it really wasn't for me. This was for somebody else. And I obviously tried it, and unbelievable how it just, dare I say, just knocked me out. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if I should share this, not only with the viewers, just in general, because I think there's a lot of people who suffer from insomnia. And sleeping, let me tell you something about sleeping. I mean, sleeping is extremely important for your health. Obviously, how fresh a food we eat is also extremely important, and obviously how clean it is, meaning no pesticides and all this garbage, which I hope in the very near future we finally, quote unquote, I don't want to say realize, um, but I do think, unfortunately, there's been some sinister manipulation in regards to the chemicals being used, and of course the kickbacks and these chemical companies. There is, dare I say, possibly some secret ways of growing food that I've been recently hearing about. And I also have some ideas, except my ideas for growing food that the world's literally never seen. Like, we're talking amazing food, guys. I mean, the food we're so used to seeing, we're actually conditioned. We see an apple, we see a watermelon, we see a carrot, and we think that it should be a certain way, should look a certain way, should be of a certain size. And I actually think that we might, and I say might, remember, I'm always all about data and facts, and so this one, I'm just leaving it a little open, but I think that food can be unlike anything we've really, again, ever seen or really imagine, because I think it's almost been hidden from us. It reminds me a little bit of, like back in the ancient books, like the Bible, for example. This is not a religious thing, but it talks about the Garden of Eden. It's a garden, and it's about food. I mean, food is, it even went to say you can eat of any tree, right, or whatever. It's talking about eating. It's talking about a garden. It's talking about the trees. Clearly, that means fruit, and there's probably vegetables would be my guess. But the food, I mean, there's this one joke about it, but I won't say the joke. Some of the jokes that I really like comedy, by the way, and if I listen to something way the heck out there, I find it funny, but some people get offended, so we won't go there. But it's all in good fun anyway. None of it's to be taken seriously, hence it's called a joke. But the food was supposedly, I mean, people think that it had nothing to do with the food, right? But the food must have been part of their eternal life or their eternal youth, or more than anything, eternal health. And I'll tell you, it's funny, the word health and hell, because there's a huge correlation, um, in my personal opinion, where when you don't have your health, guys, it is hell. I mean, it's to me, I mean, I've experienced a lot of suffering in my life, and I don't think there's anything worse, pretty much, than being, major health problems that cause extreme pain, that don't allow you to live your life, I mean, not being able to walk is tough. Obviously, I went through that, but not being able to walk is not the worst. The worst is the pain, um, which caused the inability to walk. And yeah, not having your health is like hell. And if you look at, I mean, what did they tell Adam and Eve? You shall surely die, or whatever, right? But the other funny thing about, even in these ancient stories, I know people jump on religion, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Uh, so many people like the stories, so many of these like ancient stories, and it doesn't have to be from quote unquote the Bible or whatever. But what did Jesus, go around doing? For example, healing people, like people who are sick, and I think healing and health is actually very connected to spirituality, ironically. It wasn't something that I actually thought myself, and I didn't figure it out by listening to anybody. I didn't hear anybody's opinion on the matter. I was 100% focused on just repairing myself. That's all I was focused on. And what I didn't realize is, while going through it, how much it affected me spiritually. And in some ways, how it very much changed me. And, just connecting some dots. Let's see here. We're pretty much out of carrots. Got to go grocery shopping again today. And this hydrogen smoothie is really designed to give you, well, nutrients. And not just normal nutrients. It's not just like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll get some nutrients out of it. No, I mean, you can get nutrients out of eating a banana or a carrot, but you're not going to overcome all nutritional deficiencies. You're not going to get everything the body needs, even from all these fruits and vegetables that I put in here, and natto and blueberries and just chia seeds and flax seeds, and it still won't be enough, dare I say. Will not be enough. Let me put a little hydrogen water in here. And if it's not going to be enough, then what do we do? Well, that's actually where there's this one powder that I put in there, just one powder, and it's from that Purium company, because that is kind of the multivitamin. And then that gives it a lot more nutrients with the fiber. It's got to work with the fiber. That's part of the secret. Then we know that the food's deficient in minerals, so then I add more minerals. So I add minerals to it. Minerals also work with the fiber. There is data on that. I've seen that. And then we're going to add a few other nutrients here, and just to bring it all together and make this smoothie really a multivitamin smoothie is really what, for me, it's all about. Just trying to get all those nutrients in you. Okay, let's see. I'm going to blend to make some noise. Terry says, hi, Greg. Watch that waterfall. That was really something. Oh my gosh, there's a hike that goes all the way to the top of it. Biblicist says, can't agree more with you on good food. They have taken this away from the general public. Absolutely. There's something going on that seems relatively sinister and trying to hide things. And I don't know, whatever it is, they don't want the best for the people. I'll tell you that much. It's like trying to control the people and trying to, make them sick. And everything that I've learned to do is, well, if you've ever watched my channel, is everything to dodge everything. So I got to, clean the water because I want to dodge that because they obviously put stuff in the water. Dodge all their processed foods. Here, let me blend this up and we'll keep talking. This time I'll literally have to sit here and hold this because it's popping off now. I don't know what's going on with the Vitamix, but it is popping off. It's not working as it should anymore. This one's going to turn out good though. Let me cut a little bit of hydrogen water in these. And then, like I said, you guys can ask questions if you have them, but this is going to be your time. This is not going to be a long video today. I'm actually going to, cut it very short, but I'm going to try to answer some of your questions because I had a little bit extra time. If you have, maybe you don't have them. Maybe you guys just want to hear me ramble about the Garden of Eden. And for those of you who want to know all the ingredients in this smoothie, I could tell you, but it's easier to watch my previous videos because it shows you the amounts and everything. Because if I just say spinach, blueberries, flax seeds, you don't know how much of what, the order that I put them in. All right, almost done here. Let's check one more time. I don't know. That seems pretty good to me. All right, let's try it. See what happens. You know what? Looks good. Find out. Now, here's one of the little tricks that I do. I go halfway with the smoothie. Why? It tastes good. But I still got to say, the vacuum blender is a little more enjoyable, but this is still really good. It's not like I don't like it. Still tastes fantastic. But this is the one nutrient that you're just not going to get from your food these days, guys. Now, if we were growing food differently, we probably would. But because we're not. Now, if we started growing food properly, a lot of these supplements, we probably wouldn't even need them, in my personal opinion. Ionic D3 with K2. Most of the food that has vitamin D in it is highly polluted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just throw an extra drop in that one. I'm actually going to give that to somebody who probably needs just a tiny little bit more vitamin D. Ionic chlorophyll. Now this one's not necessary. This one you get from your greens. Like I said, this one is just a gift somebody gave me to try out, and I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And you know what? Do I like it? Yes. Is it necessary? In my personal opinion, no. And I say necessary because I try to create a protocol that is so simple that I want it to be a minimalist protocol, meaning I don't want to be buying a million different supplements. And I feel like it's just become a charade. I feel like it's all these companies want to sell, the next pill, and they love pills. Pills is like the magic thing. Everybody wants to pop them, for health or whatever. Okay, I'm going to actually vacuum seal this. I was just going to make it normal, but now that I think about it, I'm going to keep it fresher. Why? Why do you want to keep it fresher? Well, because all the phytonutrients, all the antioxidants, literally just nutrients in general, are going to be better when the food is fresher. Hence the reason I like my vacuum blender. It's crazy. Vacuum time. Where are my lids? Where'd they go? Just messing with my lids. This is why, dare I say, it's difficult to live with a ton of people. Where they go? There's one lid. It's very, very bad. I have a pilot. I only have one now. I only have one. Really? That's pretty wild. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it works. Sometimes, so we're going to vacuum the oxygen out of that. Meanwhile, we're going to get, for me, a nutrient that tastes not only delicious, but it's almost a multivitamin itself and has a ridiculous amount of protein in it too. Not as much as a nut though. The nut that I put in there is like practically eating steak. It's got so much protein. But this has not just protein. This has a bunch of minerals and nutrients. And the minerals, oh, see, didn't even seal. Now, see, that's interesting. Is it the lid? Because I'm going to guess it's the lid. It just looks, something doesn't look right with it. I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't work, in fact, I could show you guys how this thing, you know what? I don't know if you guys want to see it. If you want to see the vacuum bat, let me know. Okay, how long does the hydrogen stay stable in food or smoothies? In food? There we go, that worked. I don't know what you mean about in food or, well, in smoothies. Stable in smoothies. I mean, I put the hydrogen water in there just because, it's something that I mostly I drink the water and I inhale it. That's mostly what it comes down to. Let's go ahead and put some of this in there. Give me 1 second. And if you guys want to ask any questions, this is the time because I'm going to let you guys go. And let's see, let me answer his questions. I don't know about how stable it'll be in a smoothie, but typically it just, I think, enhances the fruits and vegetables. I don't know how long it'll enhance them for. That's not really why I do it. I mean, I just happen to have the hydrogen one. Let me try this. God, tastes good. Other than the banana was a little green. When you add hydrogen to juices, will it be absorbed? Yeah, I think so for sure. But I think it's best to drink the hydrogen water on its own and inhale the hydrogen water. Or I'm sorry, the hydrogen gas. You don't want to be inhaling hydrogen water. That'd be a problem. Here, do you want some? There you go. So best to drink the water, best to inhale. This is just bonus. It's the fruits and vegetables, the minerals, and the nutrients that we ultimately want here. Delicious. Okay. Well, I guess that's all the questions. So this was a quick one. I'm going to sit here and inhale my hydrogen while I drink it. It's actually an important part of my protocol. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. So thanks for hanging out. Unless you have any last questions, last chance. Like I said, short video today. Okay, no questions. All right, guys. Till next time.